And with this, we have landed on the last section of this course, and that will be a short summary of what we've seen in this course and how you can proceed from here. In this video, we will focus on what we have learned, so I will quickly recapitalize what we have seen in this course, what you have learned, the examples that we've gone through, and then in the next video, we are going to see some other examples and how you can proceed for yourself. So what have we learned? We have learned what Azure Cognitive Services are. So these are the services that you can very easily use and implement into your existing code to make your app smarter, to make them easier to use for your users, and maybe even surprise them a little bit that your application is so smart and you can leverage all this power of AI, which is very powerful. So the computer vision, speech to text, text to speech, translations, everything that we have seen is very easy to use by simply calling a couple of REST APIs. You probably already know how to do that, and just provide them with the right info. You will get all the results back in a simple JSON format that you can parse yourself. And with that, you can make your apps infinitely smarter and better. So even if you don't have time or resources to spend in all these deep learning and AI kind of related stuff, you can still use it. You can start off for free. Of course, there is some cost involved if you want to do some more advanced stuff or you're going to use some more compute power. But to try all this out, you can just start out for free. Most services have a free tier, and so you can check it out and see if there's something useful for you in there. Also in this course, we've seen how to use all these cognitive services in C# and by using the NuGet packages. So for most of the services, there are NuGet packages available. For some of them, they are not, or they are not up to date, probably because they are in preview or they are transitioning to some other form. But for the most of them, there are NuGet packages which help you to easily communicate with these services. You just have to input the API key that you get from the Azure portal and you're ready to go. We've also seen how to use them with C# manually, so by using the HTTP client. Because it's communication with REST services, you can just do it over HTTP, and you can use it with the HTTP client in C# code. Just compose your request manually, whichever way you want. You can just send it and you will get back the results, just as well as with the NuGet packages. The NuGet packages are just here to help you a little bit with some predefined models and clients to communicate, but it works just as well with the regular HTTP client if you want to. Also, we've seen how to use them in JavaScript. Again, it's just REST services, so you can use it from any platform, any language, and we've even seen how to just call the APIs by using plain old JavaScript in HTML pages, so there was no server-side rendering involved. You can just do it directly from JavaScript. To make it even more exotic, we can also use it in PHP, because that also supports sending HTTP requests. So we've seen a little HTTP script that came from the documentation and implemented the translation API in there just to show you that you can also use this in PHP. And together with JavaScript and PHP, you can also use it in web applications because that is used to create web applications. But you can also use it in ASP.NET. We've also seen that, ASP.NET Core to be more specific. So you can also use it in there. We also had a look at mobile applications. So these last two are just basically more the types of applications that you can use it in, because these types of applications, of course, use PHP, JavaScript, or C# or any other language that you can come up with, but you can integrate it in there. Lastly, I think we also did this in C#, but you can use it with console and desktop applications. So we've seen that as well. In this course, I basically tried to come up with a number of different platforms and languages just to show you how to use it in those different applications. So you would get some kind of feeling on how to work with those different services in different contexts. And hopefully there is some platform or language that you feel familiar with that is applicable to you, so you can integrate it into your own applications right after watching this course. Let's quickly refresh our memories about the Azure Cognitive Services that are actually available to you. So first we have the vision that does something with the computer vision, and you can also have the custom vision to train your own models. You can recognize faces and emotions with this. So there's a whole bunch of things that you can do here with images or video and recognizing stuff that is in there. Then you have speech, so text to speech, speech to text. You can transform between them. You can also do speaker recognition to recognize who is actually speaking to you. So yeah, also here lots of power that you can use by just simply calling a bunch of REST APIs. So then we have language that has everything to do with written language. It can get the sentiment out of a piece of text. You can detect the language. You can translate the language into another language. So yeah, also here you can do multiple things, but now with more written text. And then we have knowledge. We didn't really touch upon knowledge except for in the beginning of this course, because the only service that was remaining in knowledge was the Q&A maker. And now the Q&A maker, I think, is put in the language service, and the knowledge category has disappeared from the website completely. So it's a good thing that I didn't record anything on that. They did add one category as well. They added the anomaly detection. So with this service, you can give it a bunch of data, and it can detect if there's any anomalies in that data. So you will get the highs and the lows in that data, and it will help you identify any weird readings within your data set that you are feeding. Unfortunately, I did not have time to put this into this course, so maybe somewhere in the future it will be added in the next revision, I don't know. But I just wanted to let you know that the site got updated, and I noticed this service coming up there as well. So you might want to check that out for yourself. And lastly, we have search. So you can do image search, you can do local businesses search, search specifically for news, all kinds of things that is leveraging the Bing search engine by Microsoft. So you can use that power into your own applications as well with the Azure Cognitive Services. All information on this can be found on the website that you can see right now. It is the website that I have shown you in this course, so it should look pretty familiar by now. And you can try out the samples right there on the website, and you can find more information on the pricing and what all the services can do for you exactly.